you know, I got all the articles right here, as you can see. Sang it?
Can you try that? I mean, can you try importing articles in bulk? Like, can you go to Google Scholar
All right.
and then make a search of the sprawl and built environments or like similar? Like, is there an option for the Mendeley to import in bulk of those papers from this list?
Like a couple of them to check on.
Yeah, is it possible?
Maybe you can try now.
Can you
try
click
one
the
of them?
click the button over there?
You can do one by one. It would save this page on Google Scholar.
Not from Google Scholar, I think. We need to go to.
Yeah, you cannot do more than one at a time. You have to do just one.
Maybe from Google
No,
Scholar.
it can, yeah.
Also,
Because
For example, here,
So-
I
so-
have
so-
tried that
so-
before, yeah. I was just gonna bring it up later on, but yeah. So for example, here, is synthesis and the older version, and let's see. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it does.
The PDF will say
Yeah, it does work. Maybe right now they are doing some maintenance, but anyway. But the titles are gonna be imported, as you can see, but you can later on, you know, get the PDF files for yourself. So just another way to work is just to, you know, click on a research paper or whatever you see, and then, you know, import on Mendeley, and it captures, you know, the file, well, not this time, but, and you can see, you know, it imports, you know, those research papers right in here, so you can have them just one place. Like I said, you know, you can, you know, navigate around your Mendeley and create different folders to organize your workflow. What else I have right here? All right. So let's get like more practical applications. So I have a different application for, you know, writing, and I'm sure, you know, you do have, I'm using Microsoft Word. And if you go to Mendeley, there are some tabs over here. You know, it's pretty much familiar with different applications like File, Edit, View. But there is one it's called Tools. As you can see, we had like Web Important that we just talked about. And there is another one, which is Microsoft Word plugin. I have already installed that plugin for Microsoft Word. It's not going to be like difficult. So once you have it, you know, it's going to create a tab on Microsoft Word called References. As you can see, Mendeley, you know, gets a big portion right here. All right. So this is, you know, sample 2 pages, you know, like research that I've been working on for quite a while, you know. So imagine that you can say, okay, branding has become a tool for marketing. And you want to associate this with a reference that you have. You go right here up and you click Insert or Edit Citations, and it takes a little while. And there would be Mendeley Citation Editor, as you can see. You can choose, these are actually different group projects that I have. I'll talk about that a little bit later. But my library, you select my library, and all you have to do is to type in just a little bit of the citations, for example, you know, and it automatically pops up all the relevant citations that you have available in your library. So for example, I'm gonna choose this guy, and I click it, and I hit OK. And my Mac is not really as fast as you think,
That's
but,
right.
and it generally gives you the citation right here. There are a couple options that you can work with. First, if I hit like edit, you can add more. You know, if you find that, you know, there are more, you know, scholars that are talking about the same thing, you know, I can add more. Also, if you are click on individual citations here, you can, you know, provide a little bit more specificity, like page number here, for example, on page 8, or also you can have like prefix or suffix. You know, you might see like something like this, right, in some articles. You know. And it takes a little while, and you can see, for example, these two authors that have talked about this pretty much easy. And I think, you know, one of the reasons I switched to Mendeley was because the straightforward, you know, interaction that you can have with the software instead of, you know, the Microsoft Word plugin manager, which is a nightmare. So it's gonna save you a huge amount of time once you get used to Mendeley. So it's pretty much easy if you can want to remove or add, you know, authors. Also, imagine that you can, you know, do the reverse engineering like Ashworth discusses, like that branding has become total marketing, right? In that case, you want to, let me just get rid of the first one. And then you click like suppress author, and in that way, as you can see, since you are, you put it right here, right? That's the proper way to address that. So it automatically removes the author because you have already mentioned it, right? So this is another. But also, if, let me get back to show you more examples. I added like 2 authors. So it's easily right. All right. So here I have set my citation style to Chicago Manual style, but there are more options available here. So with a click a button, you know, like here, I could switch to APA, for example. If you can't find your citation here, I think I deactivate it. You go to more styles, and yes, here, American Psychological Association 6th edition, which is, you can say use this style, and then you're done. It takes you, takes a little while maybe. All right. And then it populates right here, as you can see. So right now, Mendeley did the formatting for you, and it changed the Chicago style to psychological style of APA. I mean.
Can I?
Does it change the entire document? I didn't see that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So it already knows
does.
which ones it
Yes.
pre-populated.
As you can see, I have
Uh-huh.
you know,
other
I have
sections.
highlighted all my citations in light gray so you can easily identify them. As you can see throughout my documents, you know, all of my citations have changed to APA style. If I want to change them like to, I don't know, American Sociological Association, I just click it. It takes a little while depending on how many references you have, but it saves you a huge
That's
amount of
really
time,
cool.
you know.
Yeah.
Just one of the cool things about this, imagine that here you want to add references, and all you have to do is just to hit like insert bibliography right here, and it takes a little while again depending on how many references you have, and it generates all of them for you like in no time. I know that some of you are interested in transportation, you know, and